We're here for the final time in the assembly area for the BRSCC Mazda Super Series. We've got Josh Jackson on P1, 2 out of 2. Can you make it 3 out of 3? We'll hand it over to Andy to find out.
Thank you, Lyndsay. Yes, the third and final race of the day about to get underway then. And again, they start this one the way in which they finished race 2. So Josh Jackson and Sam Bailey row 1, ahead of Jeremy Crook and Jeff Gurrier. Then James Kell and Patrick Collins, with Simon Orange and Simon Woods even on the 4th row of the grid. Row 5 for Simon Fleet and Xavier Brook. Row 6, Matt Pickford and Andy Fagan. Row 7, Liz Walton and Russ Lyndsay, with Jake Bailey at the back of the grid after 2 non-finishes so far today. He was even given a 10-second penalty for starting out of position in race 2 to compound his misery, although he never got to the end of the race for that to be applied. So he'll be looking to try and work his way through in what are now bone-dry conditions again, albeit slightly more overcast than we had first thing this morning. The lights go out, and for the final time this weekend we are away and racing. And look at the start from Jeremy Crook from the second row of the grid. Goes between both of the front row men, gets towards Old Hall Corner, almost in the lead, but Josh Jackson just about comes through to snatch the position back. Oh, contact there. That was Patrick Collins, wasn't it? We've got Simon Fleet bouncing on the grass as well. It's all kicked off again at the start of race 3. We've had some lively first laps today at Oulton Park, and this is turning into another one already. On board with Matt Pickford briefly. There is Jake Bailey scything his way through the field. Look at all the cars he's already overtaken as he works his way ever closer towards the front of the pack. On board with Patrick Collins, who survived that contact coming out of Old Hall Corner. Patrick started 6th and was about 3rd going into the first turn, and he'd end up getting involved in some contact and falling back down the order slightly. So on the brakes in towards Ireland, the sun starts to glint out from behind the dark clouds, and we are looking forward even to an entertaining end to the day's racing here. This will be a shortened race, however, only 10 minutes in duration, this one, because of some various dramas throughout the day here at Oulton Park and a strict 6:30 curfew, meaning that this race will have to be time certain. Well, they're all time certain, they're all 20-minute races, but this one will have to be shortened to just the 10 minutes, so half race distance essentially. And it is Josh Jackson leading from Jeremy Crook, the fast starter, in 2nd. Sam Bailey is 3rd, then Patrick Collins still 4th, ahead of Simon Orange 5th and Jeff Gurrier in 6th position. There is Matt Pickford battling away with George Grant. It's good to see that George Grant's got that car fixed up and back out there after his hefty race 1 wallop into the tyre wall on the very final corner when he was defending a position. He's now attacking Matt Pickford, trying to gain a place back as they go over Clay Hill. He gets himself to the right-hand side of the road, which is the outside for the left-hand Kinks, but the the inside line, excuse me, for Druids, and Matt Pickford climbs over the curb and gives the place back. There's Jake Bailey, though, in behind James Kell now, so he's already approaching upon the top half dozen or so in this race. On board with Patrick Collins, and Simon Orange goes up the inside of us. Nice move there into Lodge. Through goes Simon Orange. Collins will try and fight back on the exit, though, and Orange runs a bit wide onto the dirt, so Collins will get back in the slipstream underneath the bridge down towards Old Hall Corner. Look at the slipstream taking effect there, but Orange defends the inside line. Second place is side by side as well, briefly there between Crook and Bailey. No change there, no change for 4th either. James Keller, Jake Bailey, though. Bailey goes right around the outside. Fantastic move there through Old Hall Corner. And Jake is absolutely determined to make up for the disaster that was races 1 and 2. Contact again there for Patrick Collins, who won't have a straight panel left on that treble 9 car at the end of this race. Simon Orange barging his way through. Jeff Gurrier now trying to pick his way past as well as they go down the Lakeside Straight for the 2nd time. So a breathless start to race number 3 here then at Oulton Park. And Patrick Collins we're on board with, but look at the way that Jake Bailey has caught these two really quickly now. Jake, if he gets on with this, a podium is on the cards for Jake Bailey, and he could really do with a good podium finish and round out his weekend. He's had the pace to do it all weekend, of course. Don't forget, for race number 1 this weekend, he started 2nd on the grid, and only a few 100ths slower than Josh Jackson in qualifying, but it just, ever since he went off on that first lap of race 1, things just have not gone to plan. But he comes over the hill now, going for 6th place. Look up the inside of Jeff Gurrier, and you'd imagine he'll be late enough on the brakes to make that one stick. Yes, he is, so another place gains. P6 now belongs to the race winner from 3 times race winner this season, once at Brands Hatch at the start of the season and twice last time out at Cadwell Park. Back up Clay Hill they go, and much closer battling right the way throughout the field actually in this 3rd and final race of the day. There are Collins and Bailey, so Patrick Collins running in 5th. Now that would be on for one of his better results of the season, I seem to think. He wasn't with us at Cadwell Park last time out. His best finish so far today is 6th in the previous race, race 2. But how much longer can he hold on to that 5th position, because Jake Bailey, you'd imagine, is going to carve away through fairly shortly. On board with Simon Woods, running just behind that battle. But it's one big gaggle of cars all getting themselves together here in the midfield, as tends to be the case in Mazda MX-5 racing. You never have a lonely race, unless your name's Josh Jackson and you can get yourself out in front and pull away. In towards Oulton Park corner, you can see the side-by-side battling going on in front. I think Bailey's still struggling to get past Patrick Collins. Simon Woods here is struggling to get past the whole lot of them. Here goes Bailey again, defending from Gurrier, attacking Collins. Oh, Patrick was always going to turn in though, so Bailey realised he had to back out of that one. Slides the rear of the car coming out of Cascades, back down the Lakeside straight, and really see the speed pick up again now as the conditions are pretty much perfect actually, because of course the ambient temperatures have come down slightly as a result of the overcast conditions, and so that is good for good grip levels in the tarmac and good engine performance as well. So we're seeing some pretty quick lap times so far in this one. Bailey looking at the inside of Collins, couldn't quite do it. Fastest lap so far belongs to Josh Jackson, 2 minutes 2.251, which would be the fastest lap of the day so far. So as I suggested, lap times are down. Oh, Patrick Collins though could be about to go down a position here because he runs a bit wide through the middle part of Britain's, and so Bailey will get himself alongside, I think. Yep, that's the inside line down towards Hislops, and I think he's going to be able to make it through. So that's now 5th position for Jake Bailey, but a bit of a gap now to Simon Orange in 4th. So it's typical, isn't it, that the one race in which Jake is, whoa, dear, big moment there for Patrick Collins, which he gathers up, thankfully, but that was a close call. The one race of the day that's going quite well for Jake Bailey is the one that's been shortened to half race distance. Had this run to the full 20-minute duration, you might not have bet against a race victory, or certainly a 2nd place, but as it is, he's actually going to be hard pushed to get any further than 5th place. He might just catch Simon Orange by the end. Whether or not he'll have time to find a way through awaits to be seen. Back out of Druids they go, down towards Lodge Corner, and Collins defending a little bit here from Jeff Gurrier, who just isn't quite close enough into Lodge Corner to dive up the inside. Back out of the corner through Deers Leap. Gurrier with a much better exit though, and look at this mirror signal manoeuvre up the inside line, and the Paul Sheard racing car could be about to go through. He's got his nose alongside, but he's still got a lot of the work to do under braking into Oulton Park corner, and Collins is not he's not early on the brakes, it has to be said. Leader though is about to come through onto the final lap of the race, and Josh Jackson, you can see, has built up a decent margin over Sam Bailey in 2nd and Jeremy Crook in 3rd. Jeremy on for his 2nd podium in a row, and therefore his 2nd of the season as well. Josh Jackson is, for the 2nd time this season, going to do the hat-trick by the looks of it. 3 race wins from 3. Josh makes his way out of Cascades. Just under 1 lap remains for him to round off what has been a perfect weekend, or a near perfect weekend. He started from pole. He's going to win all 3 races. It would look like he set the fastest lap in 2 out of the 3 races. Interestingly, in the wet race too, it was Patrick Collins who set the fastest lap. So Patrick showing some good pace in the wet, and he was over a 2nd quicker, in fact, than Josh Jackson's quickest lap, which really does just go to document that Josh was not ultra comfortable in wet conditions in race 2. Hopping over the curbs, the car looks finely poised though, doesn't it? Really handling well for Josh Jackson, and of course, when the cars are all identical, they're all producing a near identical level of horsepower. There's no real straight line speed advantage. You can't tweak any aerodynamic bits on the cars to make them go quicker, because there are no aerodynamic bits on the cars. So it's all about getting the car set up through the corners and driving it well through the corners, of course. That's where you find your lap time, and that's why Josh Jackson's been able to score what looks like being a fairly comfortable hat-trick of race victories here today. Sam Bailey's going to get himself another podium though. Jeremy Crook, as I've said, another 3rd place. The biggest remaining question is who's going to finish 4th, because I did spot in the background of that previous shot that Jake Bailey had caught Simon Orange, but is he going to be able to find a way through? Out of Druids, down towards Lodge they come for the final time. Out of Lodge they come for the final time. And Josh Jackson takes the checkered flag for the 2nd time this weekend. He does the triple, 3 wins from 3. Sam Bailey 2nd, Jeremy Crook 3rd, and it will be Simon Orange 4th. So Jake Bailey, a best, well, an only finish of the day, a 5th place. That's not really what he had in mind as he made the journey up here to Oulton Park this weekend. It's not quite gone to plan, but he'll be back out next time, I'm sure, to try and improve upon things in the second half of the season. So Josh Jackson wins the final race of the day, Sam Bailey second and Jeremy Crook third, then it's Simon Orange and Jake Bailey, Patrick Collins and Jeff Gurrier, James Kell and George Grant ahead of Simon Woods in 10th, then it's Xavier Brooks, Simon Fleet, Russ Lyndsay, Matt Pickford, Andy Fagan and Liz Walton, but it's Josh Jackson very much in the ascendancy as we reach halfway through the season.
Well done, Josh. What a race for you.
Yeah, no, it was a good race. A lot easier in the dry than it was in the wet. Jeremy got a great start, coming between me and Sam. But yeah, we kept him in front and yeah, got the 3. It was good.
Nice. So are you going to come back and join us at Silverstone?
Yeah, we were back for Silverstone, so yeah, we'll just keep on going.
Brilliant. Well, we'll see you then. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Surely this is a way to go and enjoy now your free time.
Absolutely, yeah. Really looking forward to it, and well done to Jeremy. Gave me a really good start there, so yeah, great race. Thank you.
Brilliant. So you're going to come back and join us at Silverstone?
Definitely, yeah. It might even be Rockingham as well.
Jeremy, that was one hell of a race and a great start.
It was fab, wasn't it? I don't quite know what happened, but we got straight off the line in between numbers 1 and 2, so it was really good, fab race, and 2 third places in one meeting. They're a bit like London buses. You wait for ages and they all come at once. So there you go. Fantastic day.
So one to definitely remember.
Absolutely right. This will go down in history for me. Well done.
Well, a huge congratulations. We'll see you at Silverstone.
Thank you, Lyndsay.